Say Liverpool for 100 million. Now some discount. No more to me and phobia replacing will be a killing.
No, me looks like I say 100 million. And to keep the 100 million.
Aye.
I say OGD is but 100 million. Now this can now replace it. Odo be replace Salah now the Mbappe or player be not Sabondi.
Jadon Sancho.
I say it is worth thinking about it. I can't you. I say worth thinking about it. And yes, and you
yeah.
No one say anyone consider another men consider. Anyway.
But I'm coach book no how.
Coach James Kosiapia, the book no leaders don't have to yell.
But I'm on him yen kaiti for Sibia Upibia. And some de be wom. In some woman.
What can't only Kelvin the see and the Sardinian. I was recounting in our book. Now, there was Christian Adama. Right. I'll say the chartered flight from Ghana finally arrived. And the bundles of dollars totaling 100,000 for each player, any technical team member were distributed. As was portrayed in the media, some players were displaying their cash, with some even kissing their bundles of money. It was extremely distracting that the players had that much cash on them during the night before a make or break match, but that is what it had come to, and I had to work through that situation. With the pictures and reports of the players in possession of their money out there for the world to see, the safety and security of the players was now a concern for me. Chairman
Pacho page 10 or kind
198.
Okay.
198. 198. Third paragraph.
Okay.
I kept my money in the safe at the hotel. Most of the players carried their money in their backpacks and kept their backpacks with the rest of their luggage in the dressing room when the time came for the match. It's Portugal. Also players no 100,000 go be a bag a body. And on their dressing room on keeping Jom go park and there. The $100,000 that you.
Omnim say hotel room is safe.
I say they did not think the hotel room was safe enough. Without a doubt, the players having their hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in a dressing room was not going to be helpful to their concentration. Also, not getting a good night's rest was very likely going to hurt us the following morning. To try and get each player's focus back on course, I asked Stephen Appiah, the team's 2010 captain, and Asamoah, the team's captain at the time, to visit each player in his room and make sure there were no outstanding issues. Coach Appiah also smart Stephen Appiah and Asamoah don't go beat the players. It's a problem being no. Book and same way na so far babe even exam dey be serializing the kakra but book no but you be aganya bi kan ka bebo
oh yeah ensem bom
we kan bi kan bebo book minim so bi say Dr. Safo Jane lawyer Aboafo Dr. Sampene on the book we so bi also bi anya back okay o say me baby
and no your hand chairman me Christian area
199.
Okay.
Last paragraph.
Okay.
Even last but one paragraph. At the time of my appearance at the Jamefe Commission, I was the former head coach of the Black Stars. On September 17th, 2014, the JFA president, Kwesi Nyantakyi, had invited me to his office for a meeting about my contract. My contract had been extended by the GFA after the World Cup. My contract was supposed to end on August 31st, 2016. For purposes of clarity. Also was standing the contract on August 31st. The acquisition that you was September 17th, 2014. Okay, and also. No, yes. In fact, more than a year. More than a year. Said 2014, and then the contract will August 2016.
Almost 2 years.
2 years, almost 2 years, yeah. I said, but it ended 13 months earlier. Till, and I'm Joseph Yami, mommy. I'm a payar, I got yana. Okay. I was disappointed by the GFA's decision, but I was not completely surprised, considering that the GFA had a tendency of giving in to public pressure. At that time, many Ghanaians appeared more upset with the Black Stars and not with the GFA management team, nor the Ministry of Sports for the Brazil events. To everyone who was objectively looking at the facts of the circumstances surrounding Brazil 2014, it was obvious that my termination was an attempt by the powers that be to shift blame away from themselves. Leaders don't have to yell. Hey, okay. Ose, Kwesi Nyantakyi called me to his office that day and informed me that he had been asked by the president of the nation to relieve me of my duties. When decisions about the national team staffing became that heavily politicized, it was very clear to me that the political machine was flexing its muscles to make me a scapegoat. The Minister for Youth and Sports, who should bear the ultimate responsibility for the money issue that was at the heart of the Brazil problem, was reassigned to another one job. In fact, I'm sure that it was a mistake. Another one job in the president's office, but I was rather fired. Well, leaders don't have to yell. Because you see up your book, is on sale now, right? It's a reception, over 100 Ghana. Some revelations. Now the Kevin there also. On Kevin there, Kevin was shot. Power shot the run it. Was a good shot. See, Kevin was answer. I think from Vanchamion. What the F is a good shot? Okay. Honorable Joseph Yamin, former Deputy Minister of Youth and Sport that time, Meko Brazil, no one's in Semina. Honorable Yachawan, pay and Pumia there.
Right, it goes here, Auntie Java.
I've got to you, be bring a dear in my dear, but me, you're the head there, Baba.
I miss me the name, my
I say, they be doing the men of the oh, is it will be our warning?
Right. And, well, obi akọ wedding udi oni mu kakra meka the to me so far the best goalkeeper we have in the country, both local and international. And amode maswele siwa kakra Oma go engine honeymoon kakra.
Na not a bench nti eno na maye ka ho asem no.
But still as a bench no dey obewo me I just say we plan no free injury aba. You may be fully fit but coach may decide set na bench kakra na warm into the game.
Yo.
And
yo. Honorable na Kwesi Nyantakyi ka kire ne say. O manpanyi at that time former President Mahama and the catcher say on Pamno. Me sure say what is asking we are now what can be. Oh baby.
Yeah.
Now me too a reaction to this issue.
Well, right me that say me give say Mobet try to also get Kwesi Nyantakyi to talk on this matter. Whether I say off air and I say on air. Because he aboned and the be a mobile try to confirm whether I say our cars are some military Kwesi Nyantakyi. Sorry, Kwesi Apia. And I say or confirm also what can and also another developing story. Maybe I will pick it from there. Kwesi Apia in the book lunch, you know, I was invited. Meaning so maybe we come and say but why
you come out to
we invite you in for it there. Unfortunately, man corner na ya me yasa man ko because of a relationship amene kwesiwo. But me ko bi anka me disappointed whole school and somewhere PS3 in the book launch I think that whoever advised Kwesi Appiah to speak on those issues in the first place, me Kaiser last week, story they came by was that Onoye black coach in T, and he was sabotaged into the World Cup, and was I say foreign coaches in a winning appearance fee, but no and cause of problem. Me respond because he didn't have the fact. And me assure that on your program you people will be monitoring your program. Go program undoubtedly is one of the top sports credible sports programs you have. And me assure say will be might monitoring who should not to give him a feedback. I think that he should get in fact totally and son of Wakasa because he exposes some ignorance on his part. But me sure say no asem na ye kano and the year why he was sacked. And also so I think that a very unfortunate statement from Kwesi Appiah. Where one person I have supported his profession for a very long time, and that is also to say that we were a very good relationship with him. But let me state it clearly: say me very disappointed in Nhyira or Faso CC, and it may not be good for him. He still has a lot of potential. Coming back into the national team, but the whole idea, Kwesi Appiah to me is now a politician.
That money a politician because he seems or can the onim as the ojidi say see honorable Joseph Yamin said Omanpenyi and instructed the every president said they should get rid of Kwesi Appiah.
Sentina Mili can share say was someone try to get Kwesi Nantechi, who Kwesi Appiah Abonidin, to want to confirm or deny that story. Sir, Munya Kwesi Nantechi, it will be another developing story. But the fact is, Kwesi Nantechi's Kwesi Appiah's sack had nothing to do with any government. And I want to say something on your show. Until I make us say, whoever is handling Kwesi Appiah, money in free politics, Obia ni me koye deputy minister ne Kwesi Appiah akodi adwuma na me Kwesi Appiah MPP. But he had all the support he needed. Oh friends say me come Obia, but me as a person, he had all the support he needed to excel as a coach. And so for Kwesi Appiah to come out to the urban is a CA and say ye free Black Star no on to me attribute to the handling of the team. Name of Obek try say Obek draw in the NDC and the government of the day then John Dramani Mahama. I am very, very unfortunate. Now, Bright T, I was a deputy minister when Kwesi Appiah was the Black Stars coach. Yebo qualifying series. Na only say you share game no Arsenal Black Stars na ye treli Zambia qualifying series. So we treli omo. The time I barely did was when we played Zambia last game ever Kumasi I sure mutu. At that time nini na me a deputy minister and now there were issues of Kwesi's future as a Blasters coach. Now going forward, you're winning, you qualify, and there were still issues as to say Obetimia perform at that stage because people were raising issues. There is one thing about qualifying for a competition, and there's another thing playing in that competition and performing. Because at that stage, now people with high pedigree. Kaisa Nanajima, or a coach and a football commentator, that Rasta man raised an issue about Kwesiapia's certificate, or a coaching certificate, and going to compete with people with higher certificate in the other. But we stood and we stood behind Kwesiapia. In fact, on one point, I stated, and this was not coming from government, it was coming from the FA. Nobody in government, no. And I would challenge Kwesiapia to come out with evidence to support the claim. You see, you can't just go out there and put any information out in the public. We may all be forced to come out and talk about certain things that are any good for the public consumption. No government official had an interest in Kwesiapia. In fact, government official, including me, and Kwesiapia World Cup. You qualify here na Avram Grant started a movement. People started linking Avram Grant. Almost as for him to take over. In fact, Avram Grant he made a promise obedi ebeko World Cup without taking any fee from us if we agree. He wanted to be a technical director. Issue no Pierre Bonting. The lobbying of Avram Grant through the FA came to me. Say, no say he should do that after the World Cup. I mean, obi mputom ma obi meden. Me am to. And then at John Mahama, because of your performance at the World Cup, you would do it. If you had agreed, if the government at that time, I mean, as deputy minister, had agreed to the proposal of the FA, pushing Kwesi's standard, and a very good performance at the World Cup. And for that matter, we should look for a high pedigree coach. And Kwesi would have gone before the World Cup. And Kwesi appeared knows this. That is why I am surprised he will be making this at the book launch. Why would he want to do politics at this particular moment? Right, me can't be a master after Biom says, Yenum dia, I government. Kwesiapia wouldn't have gone to Brazil. So you go to Brazil and come back. The FA takes a decision based on your performance. Not a book because you have a history, you have a record to want to let people learn from you. Is that how best to give credit to Abanya, a mouth, some bit of a support for you to get to that?
Now, Honorable Joseph Yami, unya sure say, Ebia, Kwesiapia de, ublemini kasi enye because Ebia the America no. And Ebia the bako ne chan trolls the bako entimi en friend nim en kan je Ebia performance in TAU and bibi and all the kosa.
Right. So even if the point you are making here in it, I'm surprised that Kwesiapia will bring that issue out. But because you know the support you enjoy, right? So one of the dealings in the na omujina sokra dia yi Kwesiapia every so was players are no so Bob Blaster. Jordan Ayew, Dede Ayew, Kevin Prince Boateng, Michael Essien, and Sule Ari Muntari. There are 5 players. At that time, you cannot form any Black Star team without these players. And these players are all more Black Stars. That was the beginning of Yenyi Kwesim Fan Free, because some people also believed that Jordan and Dede Ayew are not playing because of the rift between Abedi Ayew Pele and Kwesi Appiah in his case. Me am here. Call Kwesi Appiah and let him challenge that position. Kwesi Appiah told me, oh, here boys, in the team, and he was having opposition from the FA. When the government come in, I am saying that call him and non-challenge this opposition. I am a yes, we want to do politics at this particular point, because remember, you're better in somewhere. It's good for public, but when you want to dent the image of a political party that has given you some support to get to a certain level, I will do that. Right? So I asked Kwesi that, boys, do you need them? I said, yes. You cannot form the Black Stars without these boys. But especially with Dede Ayew and Jordan Ayew, they are not ready to apologize. Who said there was a directive who said if they want to play, I won't apologize. And Michael and Sulenom apologized, but Dede were not. And Kwesi Appiah was supposed to bring out the final squad for the world, the match against Zambia. Me no me tena asiwi and me catch and say, "Oh, me 1 extra day." The release now was what about 12 o'clock. No me sre no on people release no 1 extra day for me to talk to the boys, for them to rescind their decision. Because some of us wanted Kwesi Appiah to excel, Kwesi Appiah to perform, because some of us believe that there is still a good material in a black coach, especially Obi Awasa Bobo Onibi Ababitu. I never considered his political affiliation. It took me 1 hour on phone with Dede Ayew. It took me 1 hour again on phone with Jordan Ayew. Before then, Namini Omo Papaya Abedi Ayew Pele, he was in Morocco at that time. On phone. For them to finally accept to send in an apology letter to be called up to the team. So if a government, to me, yes, at the end of the and the boys, yes, Zambia 2-1, we went ahead to beat Egypt 6-1 to qualify to the World Cup. A dear in the Bama Okolanchi Ubuka, who bet in an information as derogatory as it is. You're there by about it. If the government never supported you, what is ever go to that extent? I am surprised. Yes.
Well, but you never see na yet also. Me sure say days no na be try to Kwesi Appiah na so be nya no. Gosi yan Techizo I know will speak on this matter. But thank you very much for your time, Honorable Joseph Yami.
Martin Bright.
Honorable Joseph Yami, that time on a Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports, and me so the Edika Kai at the chairman on a booker. Kwesi Appiah the book what throw a friend. The title of the book you say, leaders don't have to yell. James Kwesi Appiah the book why no and the book is on sale is in the market. Oba share from front desk. Ubenyabi all. Na I say me says to him asama go we nyina aban. Kwesi Appiah called me to his office that day and informed me that he had been asked by the president of the nation to relieve me of my duties. When decisions about the national team staffing became that heavily politicized, it was very clear to me that the political machine was flexing its muscles to make me a scapegoat. Well, that is it. Now, baby, if I need to raise concerns on Facebook, now I know number some media deal say, as the first formal step in the process of applying for the job, I presented my CV, curriculum vitae or resume, to a GFA representative. The person accepted my CV. Some of these, all the other good. Anyway, the person accepted my CV, and that was the end of it. Like we say in Ghana, they sat on my CV. They just held on to it and did not even invite me for an interview. Neither did they inform me that I was going to be considered for the job, even though I was duly qualified. At the time, Mr. John Ejekun Kufuor was the president of the country. Uti. I had a good relationship with him from my days with Kotoko, where he has served for a while on their board, on their board or board of directors. I contacted the office of the president to request an introduction to the GFA leaders. It was my hope that the president's influence could get me someone to take a look at my resume and let me know what was going on with my application. Thankfully, that introduction from the president led to a phone interview. And then I was invited to come for an in-person interview in Accra. I paid my way to Accra from London and was interviewed by a panel of GFA Executive Committee members. We discussed my plans for the role, the GFA expectations of me, my salary expectations, as well as other employment conditions. I was offered the assistant coaching job for the GFA, but the GFA officials were initially reluctant about offering me a contract, expecting me to work on a verbal agreement. They eventually agreed on a formal contract, which included a monthly salary of $3,000. That salary was extremely low compared to how much they were paying the foreign coaches. That huge disparity in the salaries reflected the GFA's gloomy attitude towards Ghanaian coaches. However, the terms of my contract were a significant improvement from what they offered me the previous time I served as assistant coach of the same senior national team. That seemed like a step in the right direction for my career. I was hopeful that it was the beginning of bigger things. I remember President Ejekun Kufuor reminding me not to focus so much on the money, others were being paid, but to rather get in there, excel at the job, and see what happened next. That was good advice, and I am glad I listened to him. Why are your excerpts of leaders don't have to yell? God go say up the book, no? I don't know. Quick comments. Obi the Christian. Nah,
Well, Chairman, I'm in show. First of all, Honorable Yamin intervention or dealing with a lot of pre-World Cup issues. I'm saying somewhere where Kwesi Appiah book a post-World Cup. Intimidating so besa be addresses our issues.
As a post to so address it or say this could be scientific because no they omukura protect Kwesi Appiah
after the World Cup.
I'll say before the World Cup.
Before.
Not planning.
But when after. After no day in see. I don't know about clarity kakra. About this whole subject matter. But biographies basically are legacy writings. Into legacy writings abrabo awanka sawabo. Ususu say wadrum pempen so bia wo say amansan ete ana amansan ekan enioma bia afa wabrabo mu enti ya na broni frɛ bi abrabo na nkasa series of events de bia na sem fufuro si enti okani nyina bom as life experiences now the actual ngoma bi now the aba na chesa manfo to me akan But in Pempi, you know, see, that's why I don't want to place a lot of value. I don't place a lot of values on biographies or autobiographies in the sense, ayana ni panankasa no ne preconceptions. Ni omo onu ankasa susu say to no onu ani feelings no tro. In Pempi, biographies and autobiographies are not truly objective. Or only feelings and how he sees things. No, or the trust are and a lot of the times there are exaggerations in biographies or autobiographies. In some no say a 5 or 10 because the essence of such legacy writings they say nipa beka ho asem and I'm sure say nipa and advisors to Coach Kwesi Appiah they'll be excited with the sort of reviews or Monsaka. That is the essence. People should talk about Coach Kwesi Appiah ne Abrabo Awabo. Inti aya na exaggerations kakra woso. Inti ade no say player no kra na koye say just to sell the book. So that's how it is, and we need to appreciate it. And sometimes they're even selective or faha or share a story way be boami story way mami way free mami fa way ka ho ani nyina ka ho e ma book no etumi ekonanim nti menkai ngoma no nti mean to me make judgments of but what I've heard so far from your readings no mameti as you said there's a massive politicization of your national teams no not just about his possible sack say Kwesi Nyantakyi beka chair and say Oman Penyisi on Pam even on one Kasana appointment and Mekaiso Betina studio G2 say onya protocol every president then president John Ajekum Kufuor so was his sack no so person chair say President Mahama ede sa sack no ema no so minim so kan sem kakra for tactics one matches bia no will win or lose or can won some 4-3-3 no achirem say na me bomb there 4-2-2 say na me bomb there one ni nyina no but man here complete but if it's a whole story and a series of events fine I'll just but we don't place too much premium on biographies now utie ni nsem ni mu na kind book no I've not read the book though but chama nsem wa kan ma hu and make I said na say I'm proud to the lunch oba mbisa no so are you a member of a political party you know and I think so yes, one answer that question. But what kind book now? Kakra na one kind now. You know, also the lines are clear. So maybe on your appointment, maybe on your sack. No, he praises. What kind the last part, the last sentence on that? He praises President Kufuor for giving him that advice. And well, I'm sure
even the first, you know, say because your best dedications. To President Diego for Kuchika Frane, Ambassador A.C. Boateng, Mr. Kwabena Edu for the exemplary leadership.
So I just hope, sir, in the future or compare employment opportunities, they'll just view the book as a legacy writing and not in print and more drink, you know, some issues be about so. But it's all good. I guess sales because whichever way proceeds or person your free book when so they call Kwesi Appiah Foundation him so the business him no. This sort of review is good for the job.
Well, the biggest lessons from AFCON 2019. Maybe a Saturday,
okay.
We'll look at.
I know biggest lessons from 2019. Yeah. Okay.
Book in the whole package.
Okay.
I think
now tactics him. One cat tactics once him. So you have to read the whole book and make pick it. You don't pick it out of context. That is moving 442.
Maybe I'll read here on page 201. Kwesi Nyantakyi called me to his office that day and informed me that he had been asked by the president of the nation to relieve me of my duties. Kwesi Appiah neka. Sa Kwesi Appiah kra Kwesi Nyantakyi kan. What guarantee are we sure? Say indeed it was a directive from the president. It could have been said Kwesi Nyantakyi nentimi kanasem. Ente Coach Kwesi Appiah. So he was looking for somebody or didn't bear the scapegoat. Say assume system in kase nchero. So on that note in there, even if it came from the president and answer Kwesi Nyantakyi ne kan asem ne kire na say president say chamo me so for the udia ya dibia baby sometimes unim hwe chamo say chamo si binya de ma chamo si binya we ma e bi kwa na unim ho hwe. So it could be true say bia president eka che Kwesi Nantachie say on fire Coach Kwasi Appiah. It could also be true say Kwesi Nantachie na ye penade aye dada, but no need the boldness to do it. So he was looking for somebody to hide behind and take that decision. But chamo, the second sentence, I'm sure say all of us are not surprised, and it is not new. When decisions about national team staffing became me so say so you free them because any Saturday started. Also, at that time, a phenomenon as a staffing is based on politics, where you are affiliated to politically.
You are normal to get on to be a staff.
So when you say it started at that time, became heavily politicized. It was very clear to me that the political machine was flexing its muscles to make me a scapegoat. So, okay, commission of inquiry book now, government do have partos now. Was it the national team belong to the state? And the GFA.
National team, not Ghana belongs to the state. Ghana, the end, it belongs to the state. But Ghana, the statesmen have gotten themselves too much involved.
Jamu.
Okay, anyway, make your point.
He who pays the piper
calls the tune.
So
I understand.
All the national team staff are paid by the state. So when the state pays you, you think that they have no right to take decision about staffing. National team staff so until say because sa era no say Germany also the national team is paid by the FA. So the government or the president, the chancellor have no right to take decision for the national team. But we have gotten to a step in the state say the national team staff in are paid by the state. So the state will have to take decision when matters as the expecter. Chamo, Coach Kwasi Appiah Dankasa, I mean sometimes, Chamo, I do not like Obio complain from something or not benefiting from. That's what I say.
Okay.
When you benefit from something, even though it might be bad, but what benefit, you don't have the right to criticize because one for so free to pay.
Okay.
In the same page, in the same book, also okay statement could do actually. The last sentence was say it is possible that nothing will have happened to my application without the president's influence. To Nankasa the same system now that got him out, to the same system that brought him in. Ebia political influence Kokocha blaster that. Senya political influencer, ebia nkadwuma na koye no, ko bia hwe onim kran fa adwuma in the first place. So when you benefit from that system, please don't come back and criticize when it goes against you. That's why me say clubs be a complain about officiating na ya because everybody
because there are moments they benefit from it.
There are moments you also suffer from it. And the national team staff in the Chamo are heavily politicized. That is why some of us do not even advocate for local coaches. Obienei, see local coach be they look at where you are affiliated politically. And then say who affiliated to any of the political parties are NDC ba let's say stay best local coaches are not only one good local coach be affiliated to the man, they might try to push him. They might try to put the person. So national team staff in there, Chamo, honestly speaking, and answer free Sambreno. I'm not sure say until say the national team GF in Akasabe Pesca to pay their own staff, this will never stop. Again, say event at Brazil 2014 there. Odini na to Coach Kwasi Appiah so enye. Honestly speaking, said the Ekwe na no say we are very hopeful say Ekwe. In fact, which minister?
Some now kind say enye hopeful. We were dreaming.
Over exaggerating now.
We were fantasizing.
But Chamo
say Goji World Cup.
Onum said the two previous World Cup na ya de pa.
Now omo ya de obi ya de echenye omo go.
But after that disappointing outing at the World Cup, can you blame Coach Kwasi Appiah alone? Oh, can you imagine? Say our first game crowd. In fact, first game we team blame Coach Kwasi Appiah. Any USC. Also arrested most of our best players. After the game, he told us, say he was waiting for the US team some bebre. Yeah. Was it based on scouting report?
No. Since that time, now I want to more 90 minutes. Into your person will reserve your more energy. Then later on, will introduce your more.
Eventually, it did not work. so wontimi enkasa Kwesi Appiah so ehun mum kakra. But after that game we bowie no, our next game was Germany. In fact, according to report, any Germany game was the best game at the 2014 World Cup. So to the boy,
Christian, no report.
FIFA technical report.
FIFA technical report.
It was the best game at the World Cup.
World Cup.
No,
I don't. Germany beat Brazil 7-1 at the World Cup. Don't let them speak ourselves about that game.
Germany won the World Cup.
Yes,
but
we take credit for the best game.
I
get it.
FIFA's technical report.
Sorry, my kinds are reports. But say it's a 2-2 now, boy, now I am qualified. Oh man.
But I think it's right for me to give him opportunity. I best do my friend into the show. Say you bought your mom the man 1 minute, and I it's right direction. Abia, maybe just 1 minute to.
But panelists, was saying in terms of football, my politics and the minimum that my neck for make a politics. It was few for no sports. No, Mumians are somewhere good in the mail function. Say, me lower than the more can I make chairman, but I'm not me papa dear tea baby. Can come was it. Many of us happy and I'm about platforms. When doesn't make we be cutting in action. Or by me say, the frail say, can message you know. Say what's up when you give them something moment say, what's up when you. But I mean, I was happy. Many of us say, Adia, when you go, you complaining. But there was happy. I thought I'm the kind of Sani Pakoya or Pisic, many years are coming. It is a Yami Emma. Abanza Samba. Na NDC so continue be your NDC coach. Na say, tell me me any person good your coach no. Ke omo wa yo he. Akwasi Appiah me wa wu me adu grant he ko no hotel. E wo payi CTC aso da na chia. O si o ka say, that don't make me think so so you go pon the team with them. O so what paki all players abukali call am so na all players in here go via the bus. Abo ko na do office. Or where we go to go say Nana, so here they are, Appiah and hey, unity. Etienne, when you know what said, and yes, President Nanado, excuse me. But one for another, and run of football, I'm one for the coach. And there is a crew and adversity. If you want to just the man what fine as a president in the town, we're not about 2 years, 3 years coach here. If you have a piano, you play now, didn't win, and that's what you said, just to Mama, and my cousin. That was one corner. If you have a thing to be near with me, make a sense. If you have a dinner woman, over the Mama Jacomana, Miss Fred, I was up here in Yakasa, and there's a other who say, Cristiano Kuruno. When you admire the many posts, maybe you can football many posts. On Yakasano, your Mama, you and Bonnie away the park. Or can also take ye, or not lady dinner for bueno. This is how the body is there, or the new busy on the Jimra, and then it's very difficult. I couldn't take it now, who will be a carno. Miss Reno, Ninia was Appiah. Because the Mama will be a body dear. Sorry, but the Yanua, tell you something attack. That was Appiah. What's Appiah winning? It is right to Miss Rose, so man for there was no more. Can you come to some make a tablet? It is Mr. Yakini Power, when you a dear piano, and for so Mamma Boswa. Canada, I couldn't get it. You put into a TV Pope. And then you're going to appear sexy. Appear no, only you will be Appiah. What's wrong with them? Only the TV Pope will be put into a TV Pope. Roman friend in a penny will be at it. You're going to appear sexy. Or you put into one. What Timmy Ghana, what do you call it? I go for you put into the Diabolic ticket. You're going to put Appiah. You put into a country for first time, you're going to say Appiah. You put into one when you see you was in the very Appiah. Ghana, you need to very good, you prefer Appiah schedule. If that or this is about them or to play over, or to Boris and Tino or Piano, the Appiah Mensa. If you do piano, yes, after I see who are crying in Appiah schedule. And so me then or be in the old time calling me. If you miss secretary in Appiah say, or money Capan from Mentini see. What's the idea you are talking out today? They can't come about.
Let's wait and see the Appiah Stadium. Well, okay. Yantaso. Now. Obi unim say Abrantia and friend home August no pominim din so kind ring bell. Abrantia sad incident to see Barbara Stadium Abrantia 2 can that yet you can police issue 2 no and now 2 board no ɔno ne ho asɛm na aberanteɛ no ɔse tie no
Fise, asumsi, police ne bi anuwa, wafre me say, okay, Moyana, and as a police ne bi anuwa, what to the nine Pesivia. The police ne bi Mazi, you want your as a body, to my body, no police near, and I may what my MC? No one to me, I'm a baby.
Okay. Aberanteɛ no asɛm no meyɛ societyfoɔ ne obi a yɛ wɔsiri obi ate ɔsɛ firi sɛ asɛm no siiɛ no police ni bia police panyin bia na obi ama ne ho kra ɛmmɛhwɛ ne sɛ asɛm siiɛ na aberanteɛ no aho te sɛn ɔsɛ ɔdi ho yaw paa ɛno yɛ aberanteɛ no ne nsɛm a ɔde to dwa well
chairman pathetic aberanteɛ nipra no ɛnyɛ 4 bullets ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ normal you know nti me assure sɛ apolisifoɔ wɔ mo public affairs directorate ɔmo counseling unit ɔmo police service ne yɛ professional setup and ɔmo nimdifoɔ a ɔmo ne nipa koraa kasa sɛ asɛm to a meka counselors nti ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo yɛ the brony friend the needful adeɛ ɛsɛ fata na ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo tumi yɛ a simple phone call from the regional commander from the top hierarchy ɛtumi ma akoma ba fam ɛma nipa no nkranhyɛ kakra sɛ abrabɔ no he has another chance na mo gya ne mu saa ɔno a ɔnte hwee monto nsa mfrɛ no ma ne ɛmɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛnka no asɛm obiaa mfrɛ no mogya ne gyagya mu saa ɛnyɛ kumase asante kɔtɔkɔbɔ bokuo no mpanyimfoɔ a kabrantiɛ no nasɛm ɔyɛ and of course saa brony friend benevolence a mpanyimfoɔ kyerɛ ni ɛnkɔ till 5 years and even 2 years ɛdɛn a ɔmbɛgya ne mu at a certain point but the most critical period of recovery no wɔm sɛsi a no na nipa no so ɔdi ne bɔne no so ɛwɔ apolisifoɔ no mu nti wiase na nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a na woyɛ ano ayɛ nie na nipa no ɔde adwe mu fan atena wiase ahwɛ deɛ ɔno so bɛbɔ ne bra a very disheartening story and again we wish him speedy recovery and hope sɛ nyame na ankasa bɛka ne ho na wahyɛ ne den ɛnyɛ easy.
Wow.
Machamu, deɛ yɛ ne sɛ when people make mistakes here, then they refuse to take responsibility for their own actions. And Ghana has, people in authority are taking Ghanaians for granted. Because anywhere beyond the same way see ya, and can the police as an institution will have been sued. In this country, I have never seen intense secrets will be the doctor echo court. Sometimes the negligence of the doctor, sometimes the negligence of the nurse. Now ma obi ahwere ni kunu obi ahwere ni ba obi ahwere ebia ne dofo bi. But because we don't take people on for their actions intino, or take advantage of Sanyama no. Nanka bibi we si baby people have their right. And they make sure say they demand their right to the letter. And can the police will be held responsible for this? Mpanimfoɔ sɛ bi anobrebre say ma bato anobrebre. In fact, any a boy easy. Imagine all of us in this studio say yeni baako bo. Per somebody's mistake.
Especially when the person is a driver.
Per somebody obi mistake. Na me mani abo. And that person or yes have mistake have not taken any steps or to say take responsibility for on the actions. Me there ho but so man for team with my brother they should help that young man to take the police on and demand justice. If there's any compensation you deserve, they should fight for him. He must also try to seek it. Because maybe on the way see we hear stories, we have relatives sometimes small accident, they get heavily paid for it. Obi to stadium na police ni be negligence by mistake or to background. Take responsibility, own up. Men am here way. I owning up and I'll bear responsibility for their cause. it ends there. But you cannot make those mistakes and try to say just because we live in a state, we live in a country, people do not take people on. Police brutality because they do all these things, all be a witness to it, they do all these things and still they go scot-free. Chamu, I do a bit of US. Can this happen in any advanced country? Say why you be abonise abon two man any bakwabo bullet in 9 ko rent him. And months, days later, not even a phone call. So Branteno or Bibiana, he must also try to seek processor which might take the police on and seek justice to disable.
Okay, you trust so high in share 104.5. Now, you trust so no, and then some no, and also, what dreams FC coach Karim Zito? Comments when you make it.
We are being punished by certain things here because the FA chairman was once director of the president of the club. There's no more. So they leave us to play football. Well, there's no more with us. They should leave us. He's here as a supporter. So they should leave us to play. Man can say, people might, if you are not sincere, you are not, why do you afraid to say, we can't say, why? I only say, so I front this, I front, I won't be say, you're cheap on it, I can say, president. There's no more, get is no more, get me and more, because we are suffering. We are suffering a lot. Most of the game we play, you see how referees are punishing us, which is very, very bad. It's no more. Gigi is the president now. Only place they should leave us. Because me, I saw a penalty.
Sell somewhere in a coach Karim Zito Kain. Now, this is what the FA has done. FA not charging Karim Zito for misconduct. Send a kasana or bringing the game into disrepute. And he has been suspended per his charge. Almost suspended for 1 game, touchline ban. And now, on center a fine of up to 5,000 Ghana cedi. Karim Zito were up to Echina to appeal the decision. They say after the nearby, almost a society in Kraso. 4 clubs, and so Omwaka Tachima City, Brekuma Asna, New Adubiase, Ochima Planners have been charged for failing to honor their MTN FA Cup preliminary round of matches. A breach of Article, the regulation 11B of the FA Cup regulations, which was approved by Congress. FA prosecutor has recommended that all 4 clubs are declared losers of their respective matches and not allowed to enter the FA Cup competition for the next 2 years. And yes, I find you will be 5,000 Ghana cedi each. Meaning everything looks like
especially the prosecutor no 24 hours and our tools are for
special prosecutor
so in evidence no your both tape no BRT tape with some a senior coach in Karim Zito Kaye. Unfortunately he's also a national team coach, head coach. In some no reaction to how to work loss no idea so any obi or game no who say how to work dominate here. So penalty decision obi or stadium or objective and him say regawura box nim no him say we box nim inti otofom kakra bia referee by German. The referee was the closest person to that incident. In my estimation, the referee took the best decision. Now we are senior coach now nkwala no suan now no nsam kikan ya o kikan chese mfaso ni so and me de say prosecutor no dey nsam mo eba they have to be hard and we ko Premier League no mo anko for a pay for a CAC omu Jose Mourinho no mo ne omu ni omu kasa asesa this time tie Mourinho abebuo na doson opeso kansem so do akọ wan because onim so obi tie our kansem bia mfa kwan mu a na ho be kire no. And in fact a lot of the clubs no kra no troll letters more managers no say unim na FA ni ban na ukotena stance ni me lusu matcha wa we manager no kra no hutumi kire wo nti I was say lesson to all of the managers, lesson to Karim Zito, especially he be a senior coach. I was so setting the right example. Kurt being the president or your name say Kurt now team no only Gigi no team media. It would then somehow to hire or the name nam kika self
I don't know me you want to say what is that but that's still legitimate. What is that based on the fact that he's the FA president?
Yeah.
Also you know who free the
yeah.
But team no yes can no barbages no.
It Karim are falling below the standards of expectation.
And you are a national team coach.
Absolutely of senior coaches. Inti was also Oshe the Kasa Yomuye. For the FA Cup no, minim say omo jiska. So you mobia 1,000 be say of I know say isano. Inti eno no man omo ankoi ade asem fufuro abra omu. Interesting enough, Osha clubs na ya ban omu na Ochiman Planners Georgia Free Abdul Salam New Adubiase.
And in fact, I'm reliably informed.
Okay.
Normally, you're very disappointed in Tamayu go honoring the match.
Chairman,
you are Tamayu to know. No, almost yes, Nane am Ponsanso got all more. Bomani bombs on Nane now Palmer Zokobo.
Yeah,
Mary Boss Chester Bagu as Omo Fred Palmer presents no so no need the who's on more cast. Man should be on your watch. No, Omo Pen Nada.
Yeah, the problem
because so no can go have everybody.
Yeah, Chairman, baby, I football ne drew no politics kakra wom. 4 years no secretary was also obe person besa to aso. And in political machinations. E dan Division 1 league clubs no your magri so mo go ball no. E dey bi o mo ket camp. It's more deliberate na mo kika nsem ni nyina no. Ono otie, oh yeah more. But enyumre no, ono ne chairman bekasa. I'm a chairman I want is a massacre because we had the assembly. So I was a group of supposed opposition members no. We are careful kakra omo enyomayem. To be very frank with you, sir, I do not think boycotting a game the best solution. Meeting no say FNN responded to a letter no whichever way. So far as there's been some payments made, you need to honor the game. And later on, what discuss your order, but to totally boycott a sponsored tournament there. Now I'm saying the true interest of football, no. But let's see. Of course, they have the right to respond. Almost also a Kenya some be appeal or decision, because 2-year ban there. I think it's a bit excessive. At least a year ban or suspend you, which be because yes, the clubs do have a case, but send you must settle issues.
Abdul Salam Yakubu Sabato. Sabato, the chairman no pay ampomi there. No pay no me busa say minim say awuf ne pay because 2 years. Yes, ya mamu 2 years. And I'll be able to have 5,000. Someone come aboard no MTN FA Cup game no. Oza what now why you think ready there?
Mama no tia at you for me move ya so official fa. I'm that you see ankaza I black and come. We nyasem bia. Me the word transparency. Do by the football now. This is and only football now, your football could do baby, could be a confirmed normalization. A tournament and a bono, a biafibia. Young say 100,000, Namonkobo. 1,000 no cry and farm my own. Yes, 1,000. Monkobo Namomrana 100,000. Yen you the same platform and a raise concern. 1,000. I didn't know 1,000. FA Cup. 2012 Kramana me 5 men 1,000 da. Sika me 1,005. And the day na mo 1,000. Ani e ka tell committee chairman say 1,000 years ka go de ko bo wa yi. E pe ka pa yin mu no. Ye bo de pesca. E pe ka pa ye mo nfa mboka. E so na lake, ana so na FA Cup. Inti no, mo pesca ni bi enka ye ho. Oso mo ntimi pesca ni bi enka ho ye so ke. Inti FA Cup no kra na ye be bo no. Dabe na mo friend meeting. Mo kire ye say sika se na wo FA Cup no. MTN for sponsorship na ye say. E contract here to aso. Another a new contract. It mo be explaining kire ye. Mummy 1 week, no more meeting here. Yenny clubs, no more explaining today. Yes, the baby was a 1,000, I'm going to can come 1,000 bobo. 1,000. Send a medical for. Send me basa, send a medical. I'm a co-camp, I'm a PBB 1,000. Ye quay man, I equate. It is 2 years ago. I bought MTN carbon. Maybe Bobby, maybe 1,000. 70,000 after 2 years was about 1,000. There's plenty contract on also today. And only a Gusua and a committee chairman is there. And a Anabako there. Young petition, a general secretary. And a petition, only a answer so people are in a petition. So back to Yanni. One back to Yanni. One reply, one country today. And the other clubs in the G2 Museum. It is the G2 Museum mono. Anna. Every committee chairman is over so shy. It was so shy, and I mean, farmer lawyer, Gado was there, Mickey was there, Omukushi. Yakoshi, Omuba Omudu Lobo by. Yes, not Palmer was there. Olobo or capacity. Or they obey increases cananas or they cut the air. Yabema Yabo Bonana. Olobo by one cousin Yanni. You do only a year paper near Troy, near the man. Gaka Tama so Gaka Tama. Only you two was there. Born Yamo. Into Yamomu some few days. Omumba no me explaining today. Why it Omuma 1,000? Sika, the can come. Who is one of the biggest senior journalists in Ghana? The Busa FA Cup this year. Obi win cup na. Scatter that also. The Busa is your big market. Obi do quarter final, semi-final, semi. Oh yeah. As well as the Kotoko, anyone Liberty 111. Obi a kobo. Obi a kobo. I had 1,000. Who were about 1,500. Never 1,005. Near Bozaniaco. Just to be explaining today. And no, almost young kobo. Yaba the following week. Omoni Besia. It is a Mekona Mekobona be free na me boka. Me my free competition no mu. Sika be na ode be mami. O be tie me free competition. Yes you know. Na me every no put any problem. Na ye nko for football no. But say obi a very lawyer. Me de bia me lawyer. Me ni wafa. But me wafa me lawyer. Me de bia me comment okwa. Me come talk am right, me come talk. But this is the time I'm doing phobia. You need a 31 Division 1 club. And you need 82 muse. Yeah, we are even more than 30. And you need 82 muse more. I need 2. Now your platform Division 1 and your other platform. Over here brofa ketsia for trotro. And then brofonim only one for 4 years kick can them obi I need 2 muse more. Edu your friend is saying edu Saturday ye nyina aka say ye mwa ye nyina jiatu na bia fachire no makwa akobo na dia na dia me ye enjoy free atomo friend anopa Yakubu yazum ko mi de ko say so ya ye nyina say ye mbo ona no okobo ne de bi dem za anopa say dey ana me ye say ye nyina ye mbo am friend from mo ko mi timi so ya jiatu say ye mbo no so okay fine on pese ebe ka say bia do free e bia one ne nkofo ana joy you know, see, you to see that's fine. And it was be true. But these people, might betray me, Mickey Charles, but they're free and Yakubu Asana. You know, you two, Omunina Canina, Omunina Quacobo, and Omega, but me, the master Mamma.
Is it 5,000?
That's how I say. You mean betray be that. But I'll betray me, I'm the master Mamma. Omaquacobo, me ever get my Fabida, Oman Fabida, Omonquacobo, 1,005. That's how. Yeah, footballer. Yes, yeah, change football. Can I? It's you know, media say 1,500. Now say, everything there, you encourage today. You have contract because there's this amount. Who do competition where say no benya, who do stage where say no benya. Up to the encourage today. Yes, you have about 1,005. It's media may defend it. At least I no pay. My name is lawyer Kasa. So you go defend it. Me face law. If you see law, now, and yeah, association, also, association, nobody's above the law. And but if you say class 30, and any 2 museum, wow, almost me first out she way, and my so at least in committee, but only not betray, I know my PA too. You know, can come this year.
So what do with RCP? Mamin Tonka, why, Mamin Tonka? Sabato Abdul Salam Yakubu Nensam, I don't know. Well, Ash Gold and so release how many Hearts of Oak game ever cause no. Hearts of Oak are announcing gate fees. Sorry. Hearts of Oak are announcing gate fees for match the 8th. For many Ash Gold game ever cause Accra Stadium no on Thursday evening. Now the Etienne said almost say popular stand and the center line will be going for 10 cities. Lower VIP and the upper VIP and VVIP will be going for 20, 30, and 50 respectively. No, and as I said, you may say no. Coach Sika Kono Egushia Jeffrey Schlupp. Jeffrey Schlupp, our AL London. I brought to see I come my Crystal Palace. Although the case here, you brothers, I understand say on the blaster players in Bibrinano and so air Casa inti eno air Jeshia I see Black Stars you send Chania Babes match ya near stati qualifiers no one says empty Oshesha players na don't you more Eddie Ayankomo Asante Godoko and name me a 20-man squad the Kowafa. Gogbes Felix Anani Kwamba, defenders Abdul Ganiyu makes a return into the team. Patrick Yeboah, Christopher Nete, Habib Mohammed, Ibrahim Moru, Emmanuel Ajimabedu, Eni Augustin Sefa, midfielders like Lucy Sefa, Justice Blay, Adom Frimpong, Martin Entry Collins Ameyao, Sam Adams, Richard Arthur, Ulewopoku Mensa, Matthew Kelvin Ando, Emmanuel Jemfi, and Maxwell Bako. Great to see a champ like Maxwell Bako. Back. That boy is a fantastic player, Maxwell Bako. It's area how we see Ako and so on. Okay, you go break him, you go break him. Rani mama hen some no diakanim. Any and some league matches ever so nyame adu match no. Some very two crucial games.
Yeah, against Wafa.
And
Wafa no mu game no ye dey say baby e bobo no ho no mu ye training. It's also ya true tough. Inti I mean we ho no akola na ye training ho sa inti a game wa very very tough. Usually 4-3-3 lots of mobility in central midfield. Midfielders no with or without the ball movie. Inti why show when you were frame simple. Also drew penalty box na no movement ne kosopa. Inti a team where I was a Kumasi and Kotko ye. Almost also very good in set pieces, free kicks, corner kicks. I was a Kumasi and Kotko area also a ye. Kwala no a sansan hodeno fresh nintino. I was a coach Maxwell Kunedu so here Emranti omo fit because American be doso nkwalane de ombe kwa America pa ati oshe obi ti say Wahab Adams Wahab Adams on Hearts of Oak young chappy 18-year-old Daniel Free omo vie no Wahab 2 matches or more be because Americano name one ding no matter what Ishmael Ganiu Bebobi. So let's wait and see.
Now what for supporters union they let Ebia Baba John press release almost drop the gun. Let's support football. Also, despite the efforts attempt to stop hooliganism in the league, it is an undoubted fact that the fans of Kumasi and Santiago do not support the FA's effort. Taking into account their recent actions in the ongoing Premier League, we deemed it necessary to caution them ahead of their visit to the land of peace, Red Bull Arena, Sogakope, on February 5th, 2020. Don't come here with that assertiveness, considering the fact that Hearts of Oak took a point here during their recent visit. We urge all football-loving fans, most especially fans of Asante Kotoko, to come in peace and enjoy the beautiful game of soccer and victory of the lads. Say no to hooliganism. Thank you. I know, what for support the say?
We are expecting communication. It is the most useless press statement I've read in a very. Oh yes.
And true confrontation.
It doesn't make sense. Then our person with that press statement so disrespectful.
Exactly, that's what
all of that.
I'm gonna say. Every some buana Ghana born ye hooliganism. But mom say Kotoko pa de hooliganism no ye dware om. Eno mo ba je mo ka je Kotoko say. Omo ka je Kotoko say. So mo tu on van to Kumasi. Mom vote you ma. Na de mo mra me bobo. O wi aron akovi. Agovana de wo wa.
Chairman, okay, but Yakuba so Oko. Yakuba de oko on signing oko. I'm so only Legon City's coaches ni krakasa. Say he's willing to play for the club. So Yakuba de say his days are done.
At what price?
I mean the price in them say after negotiations. I said, but no afraid my friend coach say hey, I'm coming.
When so Kono something less than what the man got to Kona.
Obenya more. In fact, he's getting more.
He'll get more.
$1,000 more.
No, he's not getting one. The 150, nobody will pay. Nobody will pay the 150, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that so we somebody 150, now got some money 40,000, 50,000. Disrespect for a player you valued at 600. It will be an nakase. Remember, will be a 30,000 a year. It will be inside 2 years, and at 3 years. Let's say 90,000. What I say. Now the closest be as she say massa. He say me crowd the wow no we mo ko of amra. You know of 200,000 mo ko. Then you just cash in. Say the buyer go say player na go free. Say player no okọ Lagos City no man $20,000 kra. That's good money for him. On the meeting. Also when 150 just remember 20. Me say me can say value na 30. Anyway, can go break it, man. Yeah, mammy. Then clubs now.
Maybe I want to also be careful.
I was how you go say. Clubs will take it something.
Georgia free craft friend.
I don't know the I know from some committee go see. I don't say yeah. I know friend go for some
Sabato na mu team no ni hia no ewo asimfo so ono home no na nkrofo na ba ono home no oni o
anyway
Hallelujah! All praise to the Most High. The third edition of the National Gospel Music Awards is here. The Praise Edition. Come as believers, let's give thanks to the Almighty for a new year as we celebrate artists who deserve to be honored on the night. The night will be electrifying with performances from legendary gospel duo Tego Sisters, multiple award-winning Obapa Christie, Prophet Abiam Danso, all the way from the UK, Reverend Graceman, and many more. Rate is 20 cities in advance, 30 cities out the gate. Venue, Bantama Pentecost, the 18 Nete Temple. Date, 15 February 2020. Time is 6 p.m. Get your tickets at the Poku Trading Supermarket, Abebio Express, Dodge Fashion, Kumasi Mall. For tickets reservations, call 0242-828058. This event is brought to you by Global Expert Recovery Limited. Come and let's give thanks to the Most High for...
Hallelujah! A Brenasia Subie National Gospel Music Awards 2019. Nyamiatom Basu February ni dia tosu dunum ewo Bantama Church of Pentecost. Enyumeno sia pepepe. Yes, share radian monya. Yes, so bo wana wo bo wo homodi wo gospel nyum tuomo abaso. Na anyum tu fubiti say Tego Sisters wo basie Obapa Christie Reverend Dr. Abiam Ampama Danso all the way from UK. Reverend Graceman.
He is the light of the world.
Onyami tumi na dom ebesane. Take it no 20 cedis advance and 30 cedis at the gate. Obenya take it maybe or Love FM any Nhyira FM ye fidiem haya. Poku Trading Abebi Express, Dash Fashion Kumasi City Mall. And also betimi afred 0242-828058. Na jumedie wana wade prayer Global Expert Recovery. Osi trayan wakafo ni ebedan wo kama. Woni Love FM any Nhyira FM and the jumedie bro. Brania mera de so no was wo ma ye so no. The
National Gospel Music Awards is here again. Best Gospel Artist in the Diaspora: Mama Tina, Pabwating, Alex Echampon, Nane Kiefriye, Fletcher Now, Evangelist Esther C, Pastor Theodora. Visit the website www.ngmagh.com to vote now. The National Gospel Music Awards is here again. Artist of the Year: Dinah Hamilton, Akese Brimpong, Nasi, Obapa Christie, Celestine Donko, Fletcher Now. Visit the website at www.ngmagh.com to vote now. The National Gospel Music Awards is here again. Hybrid Song of the Year: Raskuku featuring Kofi Kenata. Dada Havko featuring Fameye, Our Story. Thanks for.
All right, I ain't sure 104.5 FM. Yeah, man, there. Aswanisa. Now, it is a league games. Basu Nyamia match now. Officials for air match the 8th and for the Babon thing. It was some very interesting games. They say Kim Pfizer and still ultimate winning game. Kim Pfizer. Well, but against Accra Great Olympics, it's where the Omi as a Nkoyi in the second fight on Wednesday, other is China between your first winner. Then you idea but then Tuesday. Now said every Tuesday, Botanical Gardens. Sophie, my revenue man on say a boy. Buta you know bompa enti. But there will be another one natural. Can you Botanical Gardens so and Pibone Kosu. See, I make us say the Ashas here. I check out the no 9 Ness Adiam Pibono. Abebi. And if you need to see now so count. Nana for both on the bra. All right. Let me do a quick comments. I mean, final comment about someone who don't be na yemfa course no and free T4.
All right, Chairman, yemfa asidani bima 1xbet.com. Omadama any etina say the power sports say the by na 1xbet.com say and the matches kakra unti matches so sa na dia na say obebeti ana wo wuram e wo 1xbet.com. First deposit no wo mo ema 200% bonus inti wuram wo ho na onso bet kama True Vine Hotel Misraw yesi afufrum etimo amoware mo amoye mo amoye parties ni ade ope environment ba ko a eye serene pa ko atimi say ho ye kama ade say security bia wo soro otimi say oduro na wo ye wade bia nya afiro bi ba chuka bia Misraw na what you True Vine Hotel ko so so a omo environment ni timi fa nipa be 2000 sanso na se bia enyumakuo bi na e bia mo pewe bi aye mo conference meeting ni ade a ni na so oguro mo ho a omo ebetimi amamo mo 400 sitting capacity ho a etimi fa nipa bebre ntimi sra mo ko True Vine Hotel so ye wodwani eche so ade de na se mo swimming pool kese pa da ho a woda pool mu na se so no wo relax ho kama for ni fa cha ho jo run about no so oduru ho no ma na obi so bia se fa na True Vine Hotel wo bia be kira na se bia oduru no wa yira the so number ni 020205 322331 0205 322331 ofe number na onsa ebitimi akomnyame aduma fiada total auto show baso e winshire fem ha yato ne din ono ka na fiada bia no 9 no miensa ekosi no 9 nyame aduma fiada nsuso no besan so abaso Trade Winds Chemist and for pain tablet and for pain syrup enom ayen koda ya wom foforo ene adantemu aduro no se bia koda ne wawo no edu ba bi na no hwenimu so no nso timi se ne tie ne ya ene wodai edu ba bia na se awo kakra be du ba bia ne mo aye dry ne ade de koda no the fever ne malaria bi ne ade bre om ne tipae ne ade amsere wo de eye for pain syrup no sanso na trouser no yesunsunuro we na busuan kyem fa fin kodam kosi mpanyfo bia timi no sonso no de tie bia webworm large roundworm ene hukuem ne pen obeku om nyina sonso de tie bia no wo mbekọ amanso timi nya fa ho de sanso na radioscope syrup no so e wudwama so e wakata ne code nyina no ebetu ase e de ama fo ni fa che pharmacy na afi chemical shops ahodo onsa ebetimi akabe opedodo atimi atu akwakoton a ko eija industrial area ba bia CCC fa so dam so duru ha onsa ebeka Trade Winds Chemist for chairman.
Okay. Obianwe games no ebi baso ne ho nsensem nyina minim quick one.
Yeah, chairman and Moses Amapaka birthday.
Yes.
Roman Abramovich.
Yes. Most pack.
Yes.
Most pack.
Yeah. Obama sending message saying kind man. I Obama have never met a person as kind, humble and down to earth as him. He's the best role model whom I could look up to. Thank you for being a lovely boss for me and the people around him. Happy birthday once again, Mr. Moses Amapaka. It's way free on one Obama, Ashanti Regional PRO of the club. Chairman, baby, I saw the Yakuba Babeko Lagos Cities. No, Yama technical team, no 5 matches. Someone find justify or more.
5 matches,
yes, 5 matches.
5 matches, they don't do. 5 matches,
Bronino, 7 matches, no move. So, and I'm so, yeah, for 5 from count. Into Sharks, Sharks Inter Allies Olympic Skin Faisal, 11 wonders. Inti I was say Sonny Akuba careful kakra because me how them say technically, stability shed anymore. Hard to work near Ash Gold game. The chairman a midfield, but we'll get to see. We'll bet to me, and I hear say Black Stars coaches never monitors our game because Emmanuel Nete and Sabotre Kaise has team normal the 3 players pen abeka and Sabotre Nete and Daniel Free Pacific Alaji Pacific Heroes. There's a boy Obakotko for Obakotko be justify Bosumi Bako. Well, whichever way. It's all hard to look. These are the 3 boys from Abeka team now, and the consistency in here Juma because Eso Hodada, Kofi Koji Hodada, Futu Hodada, Robert Suado Hodada, Fatao Hodada, Randy Ovoka so and of course goalkeeper Richard Data also Honti Ash Gold team no so no luckily Apia Makati Aba Akamenko you have Latif and Nabila Manolo Usu and of course Samad Ibrahim Munumina available is a bear and the me then say start times for your match on be game then 7 p.m. it will be a bear super game and hopefully the best side will win but sending out to work form next year sending Ash Gold for it will be truly exciting. Sorry for to witness this very game. Chairman, I idea minim say how to work for per players me and Sambi on person be fiab squad. What I hear and say natural right winger player Obekai or more of Kenneth Sapon or Jinan 10 who speed in Guan Oko into had to work for Atu or to scout now to Division 2, Division 1 Premier or more pair right winger be a born Kodini wow no their speed the man or Jem Fidiani on the wall so no Conqua now most also here center back and now Massa pen number 10 what I hear say Victoria Adebayo and had to work for open but a brand Tenisika no send ACI and there a bad they say had to work for Benya so I'm sure say March 13th transfer window ni Serbia. These are the 3 major additions on Becca squad now. But I just can't wait to witness Sad game Kosunyambo Chinawa Cross Sports Stadium. Ash Gold had to work.
That is going to be a tricky one, and hard to work for Serbia anyway. And I just say I feel many upgrade. GFA MBT a rag and the match commissioners and net 12 and Omo oyesa meeting no enti ehwe said yes meeting no enso ho nsem bisi akọ but build up league so kranka in March Kotoko has in London
is any ever come you is that Kotoko has in London or say any go
Adam do can
yeah you know that's my information yeah all compile list okay I was am be hu na ja how do we share we get to
I say we are technicians we try they are do that's every London near there I'm talking. That's also in Facebook Live.
Yeah. Facebook Live, yeah. Possible. Yeah, Facebook Live.
That part, yeah. Say,
only the call.
Listen, I'm going to
Oh, chairman.
I'm
going to
some crown or rich.
I'm my dear. So,
I don't know. They say, so this how much in there could ya?
I was all about.
Well, listen, I'm supposed to compile a list of
Meba
20 journalists.
Meba. But I'm going to show you.
These are those have them. These are
track awards. My hoodie and engineer you.
I'm going to just say, every day is a big and then I'm through.
Not a track I won't but tracking the near cheesy.
Yeah, fine opportunity, chairman. See a boss out of Japan.
Aye, and I said, oh, yeah, who's that? Between opportunities be young. I said, no, Nana, you're going to say, the pet trips, baby, you be my home. Naka Kwaba. Oh, who's got to go over there and not going to because young Guigana only. Then any farm boy, what is it down? But Tani au count your man. Unsem na okan.
Mekwaba.
I that you say busy. Osibukina go home. Tonzi alo. You got to say. Na go for you don't get. Ka we so there. You go your call.
Tena mo ase onyimini.
Oh, ya kono so bia nyuni.
Tena wa so na so de mbeko America.
Bia nyuni wa say aye Bible Kobe.
Preparation wo ya.
I listen bibia.
Wama mea my preparation ni bibia no menka ho. Mea my list.
I'm on the list. I for the
Yeah, no my bibia o.
Na say other regions no there. Other regions is minimum sa o na minimum ba. Oh. Most o ma be any see so those times na in the minimum nyina. Oh, so for example kutu blanks no we tear sleep no more we the minimum nyina. But so ko na be young ones we ma minimum. What I say. But me say we engineer one for from you. There's so many list. The list in my list.
Tino kure ni nyame ni medin nim.
Na so we throw you di. One now drop. Throw me ka throw di. And now station me ho obi am nipa 2 we are 1 we are 3 so depending on say the university no what I say
station boy nipa 3 na be ko
so bi mu ka say ko achiri bana
ande ti ya bi we na e bi nya be 5
why you program watching
now we go so ko han be tell me ko e da obi so be ko mini obi na ko mini obi na ko now sorry Christian mo ba ku bi am na ko because Christian say me prepare grants we am so ko na say
Nana
ze me dem too quiet
oh dem say I na mako
Sudan Cameroon
mako Sudan ne Cameroon mako Sudan mako Cameroon today na maka grants
ma de maka radio su nyina ya agro na me ya agro
bachamu nani was there say ya no the Kaiser Holland Olympics Abraham TV also said me the free radio station because you drew hit report no the boss of a fire in Yamai. And I'm so, and I'm Mienfa, who's over to Nigeria for the Bijao, or maybe on your maybe or car. No, I said, bet you, I now call, met you say, what I say, and I'm so. I don't say Crossbridge, or so there be a move anti either, oh yeah, I'm some massa. Maybe you who green home. Ah, hey, giddy, that's okay, 40 pound, man. I'm telling you, Charlie, translate goes me. You're going. I don't say, you're caught, baby, you're going down. I say, me. This is the family. I don't say, I don't say, now the country about you grounds the work. I said, you, let me give you. Or the Mungo games.
Who's Opele one conference?
Opele conference. And yet, conference is there, no. When Siasi conference waiting. And then moment you have franchise 03220 8358124 and 0552179420. Meaning say there are plans also for fans. On my person be the game that you like. Say we are going to go fan na person go hebia. And it's sad you know. But of course then obi anim say status so go be nya. Because also show bibia mo say o kono beba. E say na I say tertiary, fabulous tertiary for no. Because number one, ties in the year, especially when you're a student. I go school, maybe I'll 4-year course now. I go 3 years. I got 1 year. You know, and I said, "Was it go to team?" You know, but who do Obi? And now Canada, a man born on the years of what does he do for?
Okay,
a man who comes to Rwanda as a Uganda.
Okay, much near.
Jomu do go. I'm for listed thing. Oh, that's okay. Also, for so called man, but also Canada. Uganda, go. Also, David, I'm going Uganda. Canada, I'm go. I'm sorry. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Papa, you match here.
Did you so, Hamza?